In this video, we're going to check out 10 custom trellises from the MakerPipe community. All of these are made with off-the-shelf electrical conduit and MakerPipe connectors. We're going to start by looking at a simple design and then work our way up to some really elaborate connector and conduit trellises from the community. This first one comes from Nick, and this is about as simple as it gets. This is a string trellis that he put together with just two MakerPipe T-connectors in the corners and then a couple pieces of rebar. Not too complicated at all. You can just see these two MakerPipe T connectors up here in the corners just to join these two pieces of conduit. You've got the vertical piece that comes up and you've got the horizontal piece that runs from one side to the other. And it's really simple, just those two connectors. And this works well for, plants that are lightweight climbing plants. If you have, something, that's really heavy, then you might want to do some of the later designs that we're going to look at. But this is really good for those lightweight climbing plants, and it's just a really simple design. Of course, with this, single panel trellis, you want this to be secure at the bottom. You can do some more complex ideas like some of the concrete anchors, different things that we've talked about. But you could also just get some of the rebar stakes that we talk about, and I'll link down below. Those just hammer in the ground. Just get a long one, hammer it in, a foot or two, and then slide the conduit over top of it, and it'll work great to hold your trellis. So this is really cool, Nick. Thanks so much for sharing. Next up is kind of similar in design. It just uses the MakerPipe T connector, but this time we have 4 MakerPipe T connectors, and it's kind of hard to see. We don't have a super wide shot of the whole trellis, but essentially it's the same kind of design where you have the verticals going up and then connected with T connectors. This time we have one in the corner, just like the previous build, except now we have 2 more because, as you can see, this is a longer trellis system. So there's 4 total T connectors with the verticals going up to the T in each of these, as you can see here. And just this one on the end. And then just like the previous build, you've got the piece of conduit running from one side to the other. And this is going to require you to kind of extend the length of the conduit because this is going to be longer than the 10-foot span that you can get off the shelf. So you can get some, off the shelf couplings that aren't too expensive, and you can use those to extend a piece of conduit, or you can use the MakerPipe coupling, or you can use some of the later designs that I'll highlight in this video if you need to build a longer trellis. But this is a really simple design, just those 4 T connectors and then some couplings to extend the length. And then again, you'll want to secure this. I think this has got rebar stakes sticking up, as we can see here, and then some more pieces of conduit slid over top of it, just like that previous design. So really cool, and another simple one that you can do in your garden. Next up is a design from Dell that's really similar to the first one, except this one has some additional bracing. So just like the first one, it's got the T's in the corners, it has the verticals going up, down from the ground, and then it's got the long horizontal piece at the top that the trellis runs off of, or the strings run off of. But what's different about this one is the piece of conduit going all the way to the ground in the back here has a couple of MakerPipe 45-degree connectors grabbing on to the verticals to send these pieces of conduit to the front, and just adds a little bit of a kickstand to the build and then supports the whole thing nicely, as you can see there. So just those 2 T connectors and 2 45-degree connectors to make this simple design, and it's well braced and has the strings going down to the plants. And that is a good alternative to using the rebar stakes in a situation where they've got this flooring in here, they can't really drive stakes through the ground. So this is a great design to kind of overcome that, and could be used in all kinds of different scenarios. But this is really awesome. Thanks so much for sharing it. Now we're starting to get a little bit more elaborate with this design, and essentially this one also uses T connectors. And I love this kind of design because it starts to create a really strong kind of cube shape. And we typically see people use 90-degree connectors, which is great if you don't need to do a lot of adjusting. But if you want to adjust the height of the trellis supports in your frames, then this is a really good design to use, because essentially you've got the 4 verticals going up, which is a little bit different than the previous ones we've looked at. All 3 of those before this one have just had 2 verticals. This one's got 4 to make that kind of box design. But then there are some T connectors going to add these horizontal pieces of conduit between the front and back bars, where it is on this side. Oh, here it is. So you've got those there with the T connectors. And then at the very top, kind of similar to the previous designs, we've got the T connectors in the corners to add the horizontal braces from one side to the other, as you can see here, just going from one side all the way to the other. Except this time, it's not just the one, single panel. It's also got the horizontal piece on the other side with 2 more T connectors to attach it to that vertical. And the reason I like this so much is because this allows you to move these T connectors here up and down as as your plants grow, as the seasons change, you can move these pieces of conduit up and down just depending on where your plants are at. So right now it could be lower to the ground since the plants are just starting and just starting to climb up. Then as the season goes on, then you can move those up just to kind of help the plants as they grow taller, or you could leave them up high as it is here all season long. But it just kind of depends what you want to do and what your garden needs. But really cool design, and just a little bit more elaborate than those previous ones, and kind of gets into the box design shape, which we see a lot. But really cool. Thanks so much for sharing it. This next one is really cool because this is kind of an A-frame design, as we can see here. There's also a simple trellis here next to it, but this one here is really cool because it's an A-frame design. So you can see here, if you look closely, that there's a single horizontal bar at the very top going from one side of the other, and then attached to that are two T connectors side by side, and there's 3 sets of T's side by side, as you can see here in the middle as well, and then on this other side, just there side by side. And the reason they did this is because they're making a slight A-frame design, and so the front and back piece of conduit that's going down to the garden bed are slightly offset from each other and are creating this kind of really thin, narrow triangle, which is really cool. And then they've got the cattle panels attached to it, which is something that we see really commonly from the community. Cattle panels work great for trellising, and here we can see it attached to this kind of A-frame design as well. And so at the very bottom, we've got the pieces of conduit coming down. Don't really see how those are secured, probably with the rebar stake method or maybe even one-hole straps. And then essentially there's one more piece of conduit going from one side to the other, and it looks like it's just kind of resting on the garden bed down there, and then maybe secured on this side. Actually, no, that's just the sticker on the conduit. So yeah, I think it's just resting down there. This is really cool, kind of an A-frame design we don't really see too typically, but really awesome. And if you're growing plants that need a large grid system like this to climb on, this is a pretty cool trellis and design. So thanks so much for sharing it. We love seeing it. This next one doesn't use too many connectors, but it's more elaborate because this one has a lot of 90-degree bends in it. It's a really cool shape. I always love seeing this trellis, as we can see here, but it's got a bunch of 90-degree bends, which can be a little complicated to do. It takes some practice to use a handheld tubing bender, and building with conduit connectors is really simple overall. You just need a handheld rotating tube cutter to cut conduit, and then a 5mm hex wrench to assemble connections. And then you can also use a handheld tubing bender to add in really cool shapes like we see here in this one. And essentially this just kind of replaces some of the 90-degree elbow connections that you need to make in this, because you've got all of these corners that have these 90-degree bends. There's 2 there on the bottom, 2 up top, 2 more on the other side, and then 2 more down here. And it creates this really cool shape. And then he's also using some maker pipe connectors in here. We've got 2 T connectors on each side just to kind of attach these pieces from one side to the other. But then what's really cool, and I think a great technique if you're trying to incorporate bends into your builds, is to break up the bends instead of trying to bend this whole shape, which wouldn't even be possible with a 10-foot stick of conduit anyway. But even if it was, it'd be really hard to get all of these bends correct in a row. And so instead you can kind of break up the build into multiple pieces and then use the maker pipe coupling, as you can see here, to kind of break up the design and split this into sections, which makes it really easy to achieve those bends and kind of get the frame you're going for. But this is really cool, as we can see here. I love the shape of it, as I said. And you've got the trellis netting secured to the outside of the frame, and it just looks fantastic, and I'm sure is working great for the plants. So really awesome. Thanks so much for sharing this design. Next up is kind of similar to that previous one we looked at, and it kind of builds off of that same idea and actually adds in a connector in the middle that I kind of briefly mentioned and teased earlier, which is what I would recommend using if you're building a frame like this that's pretty long, because you want to make sure you have support for your plants. You don't want this frame to crumple over the weight of, or after you get all your tomatoes on there. And so a good way to do that is just to add verticals every few feet. We can see here, very similarly to that one we looked at earlier, it's just got 4 verticals in the corners. And I'm doing these lines quickly, so apologize for how they look. But essentially you've got these in the corners, but in addition to those, you've got 2 more verticals in the middle of the frame to support it as well, which is a really great thing to do, as I said, for securing your builds. And then similarly to that one we saw earlier, it's just got the pieces of conduit running from the front panel to the back. And then again, here in the middle, the same kind of thing with just, these are all connected with T connectors, just like that. But what's different about this one than the other one we looked at is because it's longer than the other one, this one has a brace in the middle, and this is made with the Maker Pipe 180-degree connector, which breaks up a long horizontal span, essentially just clamps 3 pieces of conduit together. you've got two that come in and, kind of stop here on the edge or kind of on the inside of the connector here, and then extends off one that goes that way. And then of course you've got the vertical that runs continuously through it. So this is a little bit more elaborate because it breaks up this horizontal span, allows you to create that extra length and support your plants that you're trellising off of it. So this is really cool and a really great design if you need a strong trellis over top of your garden beds this spring. So really cool. Thanks so much for sharing it. Now we're getting into really elaborate builds, and this one is cool because it's our first one that highlights incremental bending to create arches. And this is really cool. Comes from Zach, and essentially this, kind of builds on that same design that I've been mentioning with the 90-degree connectors or the T's to create a rectangular cube for trellising in your garden. This one utilizes 90-degree connectors and a bunch of them. You've got 4 on each side on the outside and then 4 on the other side as well. And then kind of similar to that last one that we saw, this one has 2 points that actually extends the frame and adds some bracing, but it's a little bit more elaborate because instead of that 180 just to kind of break up the span and add the vertical, it also adds another piece of conduit that we can't really see to the other side of the frame, and it utilizes the 4-way connector to do that. So getting a little bit more complex, adding some more things in this. And also, in addition, we've got the arches here at the top, and this is made with a handheld tubing bender, the same one you can use to make simple bends that we highlighted earlier. But in addition, instead of doing one single bend, you actually do a bunch of small incremental bends in series. And if you do that enough times and you get the angles right and the measurements right, you can eventually create arches, as we can see here. And we have a full tutorial on doing that I'll link down below. But take some practice, and we actually have a calculator that makes it a little bit easier, but it still takes some practice and some patience to get right. And we can see here he's got a ton of these in the garden, so I'm sure this took a lot of time and a lot of practice to get this right. But really cool. Got the cattle panels bent over top of it and just a ton of connectors and just a really awesome design. I always love seeing this one from Zach from a few years ago. Thanks so much for sharing it. Now we're getting into some really elaborate designs that we don't really see recreated all that often. In fact, I don't know if anybody's ever recreated this one from Sandy. This is really cool, and I love this one. She, I think, was growing some loofah plants, and as you can see here, this is a really elaborate design. Essentially has a tall rectangular kind of cube cylinder in the middle, and then basically branched off of that are angled pieces of conduit that are going down to the sides and then all the way down to the ground. And we can see here she updated us and shared a photo of everything climbing up there and growing off of it. Looks fantastic, and it's working really well. And this just kind of highlights that you can build something really elaborate and really custom for your space and for the plants that you're growing and for exactly what you're envisioning for your garden, which is really awesome. I'm not going to try to break this down because there's just so much going into it, and you may not want to recreate it. If you do, then definitely check out the post that I'll be linked down below. And we actually highlighted this in more detail in a previous video that you can check out if you want more information. But really cool from Sandy, and like I said, just really highlights how elaborate and you can get with your builds. Last but not least is this really cool gourd trellis that was shared a couple of years ago. This is really fantastic. You can see here this one is pretty elaborate because it's mounted to this kind of retaining wall here and garden. It's also mounted and attached to the garage or the side of the house back there. Has a ton of connectors like the T's, which we've highlighted a few times. It's got adjustable angle connectors, adjustable 180s for bracing, 45-degree connectors for bracing. You've got T's and pretty much all over the place. You've got some cross sections with 180s, and pretty much done a bunch of times over and over with cattle panels on top, and is pretty elaborate. I imagine took a lot of time to figure out the dimensions for the bracing and for attaching it to the house, and just a lot of things going on in this. But as we can see, the gourds are growing off of it, and it looks fantastic as you can see there, and it's just really awesome, and just one of those that is really cool and highlights what you can create in your custom space with conduit and connectors. And we always love seeing builds like this, so thanks so much for sharing them, and thanks to everybody for posting your builds. I hope you enjoyed this and got some ideas. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those down below. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.